All right, haves and have not fans. Hope everybody's doing well. This video is just kind of concerning some of the storylines. Again, this is a prediction video. The finale has yet to air at the time of the recording of this video. We know that not every single storyline is going to be resolved, and trust and believe, even though tomorrow night is the finale and I'll be doing my finale, review, you all know there's going to be plenty to talk about over the next. I don't think that and this is just me, thinking out loud. I don't think I'm going to be quote unquote done with the haves and the have-nots until probably mid-August, because by that time, 2 or 3 weeks will have passed since the finale itself. Then of course we got the 2-week reunion special, and then of course there's going to be fans speculating hearsay and what if they announce the return of the show? Is it coming back on Viacom? We don't know what that reunion special is going to full on announce anything, but I honestly don't think there's any kind of follow-up, because if you follow Benny on Instagram, in his stories after the filming of the special, he did like a 4-part in his stories about hey, I never really just sat down and thanked the fans for this entire branch of my career. The haves and the have-nots was like the first project that really put me out there in the mainstream and got fan attention. So in reality, I just wanted to thank you all sincerely for hey, an end of an era. So I honestly feel like the haves and the have-nots is done. Now that doesn't mean it can't come back in the future, but for the foreseeable future, done. Seriously, Tyler Perry's doing so much now on Viacom. He's handed the reins over to other people on certain projects. So, yeah, I wouldn't count on the show coming back anytime soon. So, just to get that out of the way, here are just 4 or 5. I haven't decided yet. I do have a list in front of me, but you know how I do. I'll talk and then here's one other story. But in my opinion, these are a few potential storylines I don't see getting a conclusion to in the finale. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I doubt it. So, number 1, obviously, Amanda's death. I know Jeremy Wyatt said he did it. Let it go. Why can't you move on? I don't think Wyatt did it. I know that he admitted it to George after he shot at Catherine, and he was high on drugs and he got arrested after being shot by the police. Wyatt, he killed Amanda. He said he did it. I don't buy it. It doesn't make sense. But then again, these last few episodes have had so many inconsistencies. I guess I'm forced to accept that he did do it, but I don't like that, because, and I know it's like, well, Jeremy, just because you don't like it, that doesn't mean that it's not true because it was stated in the series. Fair enough. But there have been other things in this series that have been said that have either been retconned or straightly contradicted by other characters. Case in point, the most recent one, Rihanna telling Benny, my mom died in a car accident, versus my mom, she's in a home and I can barely afford to keep her there. Yeah. Okay, Amanda's death. Next up, and it sounds strange to put this on here, but William and Jeffrey, I mentioned this in my review, but Veronica basically said, this is your real daddy. This is your real daddy. Real daddy. Real daddy. No. I mean, the scene would have been better if Jeffrey wasn't going back and forth like a dog. Jeffrey, come here, Jeffrey. Look at the papers. Your father is standing right there. I wish there would have been an interaction between the two. At least any form of dialogue. That would have been great, but we didn't get that. And the reason I say it's unresolved is because I think it's clear that Jeffrey's dumbass is going to open the box that Tanner gives him. It's going to be a bomb and he dies. So I don't think we'll ever get any conclusion on William and Jeffrey. Candice's baby. I'm standing on the hill until I fall off. I think Candice Young is going to die in the final episode. And as a result, the pregnancy won't matter because she's carrying a baby, but she's going to die. I don't know why this show has a knack for like any young woman who's pregnant to just die. Like Amanda said she was pregnant, dead. Melissa was carrying a baby, dead. Erica may have possibly been pregnant when she got blown up by Veronica's bomber in the car, dead. And Candice now confirmed she's pregnant, dead. So yeah, I think she's going to die. So there's that. Celine, I mean, if Jim dies, how is she going to get that money? I mean, I guess that in that case, if Hannah's still alive, then she could sue the Crier estate, but I don't know if she'll win, but I don't know. There's Celine. And I mean, Carlos and little Jimmy, I guess that means they'll never show up again. So that's that. I mean, Jim is crying over these kids who's tried to kill him on multiple occasions, but not the two kids who are bastard children. But I mean, Jimmy only had a fake gun, but whatever. So I guess Celine, we'll find out what happens with that storyline. And then to wrap things up, look, trust and believe, this could be its own video in itself, making a list of all the different things, but the number of criminal cases that I wish we could have seen, like the characters on trial for things they've done. Like, I just feel like this finale is going to be a final fatal finale where there's just going to be a lot of death. Like, if loving you was wrong, no strong conclusion. So, hey, you know what? We don't have time to carry this character to jail or this character to trial. So if they die, oh well. So I just feel like, you know, from, well, you know, the Quincy murder to Jennifer Salison. I mean, well, technically Catherine is in jail for that. Veronica, good Lord. You know, there is not enough time in the day to talk about every freaking thing that's wrong with these criminal cases. So, yeah, I don't really think that's going to happen. So, yeah, these are just a handful of storylines that I wish we got resolution on, but I highly doubt we'll get resolution on. If there's anything else, feel free. Of course, after the episode is over, you know I'm going to do a video about, hey, here's everything that wasn't resolved in the final episode, because that's what we do here on this channel. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you would like to donate, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App, or at the very least, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you soon.